even with my faith, uh,
Amen.
to even talk to my girlfriend about it. She's in this prayer group, and they were saying, "Don't see sinners, don't see sinners." So she was
Christians.
she was telling, that's crazy.
Hey, don't put the camera on me. K Ligg said that.
So she was saying,
Creative family, welcome back to another episode of Creatively Speaking. I am your host, the Howie Roseman of Recording Cook. This episode is brought to you by Pure Green DuPont. Shout outs to the family. Shout outs to Crystal and Tanisha. We see you.
Hey, girl.
Pass it to my gang.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Another episode. So happy to be here. Kadeja, a.k.a. K Ligg, tapping in.
my good people, welcome back. I'm back.
Yay!
J-Law here. Back at CTLN doing the podcast.
Lord, he done forgot where he
Look.
had you.
I gotta get
He don't even
back
know where
into
he
it.
is, Lord.
He too high out here.
We
He like,
here, we
what
here.
organization am I
Aw.
shouting out today?
It's okay.
Nah,
It's
man.
okay.
Hey, my brother. First off, please tell the people you've been MIA. How you been?
Hey man, it's been a busy season. Doing murals, painting the city. You know what I mean? Going up. So I'm glad to be back though. Things calming down for a little bit before I get back to it, but I'm glad to be back.
That's
with y'all,
lit.
for
Did you
sure.
finish all everything that
Yep.
was scheduled?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire.
Hey.
They look
everything-
amazing.
Thank you.
They
I
look
appreciate it
amazing.
for sure.
It's one thing that Baltimore and I feel like Richmond has, my hometown, is like beautiful art and like integrating artistry and music
Oh, that's
and
fire.
color and stuff to the city. So I really appreciate that.
First
I feel
off,
like
I gotta make a
Alexandria
trip.
missing that. Yeah, you do. They have a lot of murals.
I actually, and we'll talk about it in another episode, but I did a road trip past Richmond, and y'all got this like beautiful turn on
We
the
do. We
highway
have a
that's
nice
like
skyline.
right architectural look.
Yeah.
I was driving, I was like, what city
With
is
the
this?
what you were talking about with the clock?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
our
yeah.
train station. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
tough. That's tough. But
I always see the skyline, but I really never stopped in Richmond.
We need to do a Richmond tour.
I'm
'cause,
down.
Yeah.
I'm
Shout out to the
down.
hometown.
For sure. I actually pulled up on Lost Mural.
Yes, sir. my guy came through.
My
guy came through.
my
Beautiful.
boy, hey, he put in work. and I just want to say this because Law is politically correct and he cares about a lot of people, right? And so there are things that take place as politics, right? Politics in the game. And there were politics that were placed on my brother Law that he ain't even had to deal with.
Oh, what are we talking about?
But what I will say is my man handled things with grace and executed a flawless delivery.
yeah.
So I just want to shout out my mans because, you know what I mean, people don't really know. Like, they'll be like, oh, my gosh, this is beautiful. Whole time, they hold my man.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
nah.
Hey, man, we-
It's dope. It's
Yeah,
dope.
we
It's
connect,
super
we
dope.
move.
How does
Yeah.
it? So I need to get into the mural game. Like, how long will your art piece be up? And like, what is the red tape around? Okay, when will it come down? Will it ever come down? Because that's kind of cool to have something that's up for perpetuity. Is
No,
that
no.
how it goes?
So it really just depends on the project. When you do something for a client, it usually terms in the contract.
Okay.
of How long it's gonna be up? Can they change it? Do they have free range and things like that? So a lot of times in my contracts, if I'm doing it with the client, that's not part of a call, like a proposal
Mm-hmm.
type thing. I'll put my own terms into it in terms of how long you can stay up. You can't change the design, things like that.
Mhm.
But for this is for ArtScape. So they did a call for artists. For ArtScape, if y'all don't know, it's the biggest free art festival in the United States. It's
Ah,
going to be happening in Baltimore Memorial Day weekend, so the end of this month.
very soon.
So something like that, they dictate the term. So it's going to be up for at least a year.
That's cool.
But after that, they might do new designs for other artists. that
Okay,
come through
next
and
year.
Things like that.
So
it
what's
just
the
really-
longest one
I
that you
mean-
have out right now?
The courts are still there, right?
Yeah, the courts. That's the longest one that I have. But even with that, the terms are limited. So it was 3 years for that, which this comes on a 3 years where if they need to change the courts,
They could
they can, but they haven't, and I don't
see
think,
them doing
I
that.
don't see
Okay.
them doing it. But it's one of them things where it's just statute of limitations. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Where the contract's for this set amount of time. Same thing with the Ravens mural. We have these set terms and things like that. And then if something wants to be changed, we come back to the table.
That's hard.
Yo,
that's
that's
so hard.
and I'm glad you asked that question because I didn't even think about the game that deep.
Yeah.
But yo, could you just imagine like
I have something up the street that I put my blood, sweat, and tears in for 4 or 5 years. My
Yo.
kids can go see it, but I guess it's not that long. But that's hard.
I told Law he needed to get like a map of the city and like have like pinpoints of like
Yeah.
his murals.
and
And
you
do
just
like,
starting.
yo, we should do like a J Law art tour. Where, like we let
yeah.
people
I need to do
we
that.
let people like follow us around and give them the tour.
It's a
Come
part of your
on,
story.
Law. What's up,
Facts.
man?
We gotta do it. We gotta put that on the list.
Hey, let's get it. Nah, that's super tough. But yeah, nah, yo, the work is crazy. Memorial weekend, I'm gonna try to slide up there. I know you might not be there.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna be there, but y'all definitely should come because ArtScape is a vibe. It's
That's
a vibe
lit.
Baltimore.
Shout out to Baltimore.
Oh, nice. K Ligg,
Yes.
you got
Oh.
updates?
Hey. I didn't know we was going to talk about me. Speaking of Richmond, I did go home to see Zach Fox, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
great. I went to that DJ set this past week. He's doing a tour, so he was in Norfolk. He's also in the DMV. But something about DC niggas, y'all got too much money. Cause why was the tickets $150? Richmond tickets $30.
Are you
So,
serious?
I will go
so,
to Richmond.
Yeah, I took my black ass right on down home.
Even if I wasn't from Richmond, I would go.
Right, I'm going to Richmond. So it was a good time though. It was a blast.
That's dope. Okay, nah, and I know Zach Fox, like that shit, like you've been advocating for Zach Fox. For a
I
minute.
have been advocating for Zach Fox. He's a dope person, and just like he does so many different things. He's a DJ, he's a comedian, he's an actor, he's a rapper, and he's also a fire ass DJ.
So I just know him from Abbott Elementary. So
Oh, really? You don't know like his lore?
Oh,
No. Well, like lore meaning like his backstory.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't.
She thought she
My
was talking
bad.
crazy to her.
No.
Hey, first off, don't put that on me. I'll check
I don't know
no
what the fuck that mean.
man. I'll lure niggas. I ain't relax.
No, but like
How
in
the
terms
fuck that is?
of his personality of DJing, was it something where he had not cameos where he was speaking, or was it straight just music?
So he does. First of all, maybe I should lay the groundwork. He does like dance music, so it's a lot of
Got you.
instrumentals,
Yeah.
a lot of instrumentals, and a lot of dancing.
Okay, got you.
And he's also a comedian and a rapper. So he'll like have breaks where he'll say some funny shit.
Gotcha,
And
okay.
it's like, oh, okay. So a lot of personality in both of his rapping and DJing, I think. So it's kind of like
it's just a vibe, like
yeah. Something. He reminds me of like Childish Gambino, Danny Glover.
Got you, makes sense.
Danny
I
Glover, Donald
was-
Glover. Lord.
I was gonna say,
Donald.
what's
Donald, thank you.
I'm trying to think of the artist who you also went to go see him, but he's more of like an instrumentalist artist.
K-Tronado?
Yes.
Keitra fucking
That's what I
Nada.
was thinking about.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put that on his body. But yeah, because Keitra you're not Keitra Zach Fox. I'm sorry, you're not that. You are not that. But you in the same vein, yes,
Yeah,
probably the
got it,
same
got it,
same
got
fan
it.
base, yeah.
Got it.
Because
no,
Keitra is actually like I don't know if Zach Fox creates beats, but Keitra is like making mashes, making beats.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
that's fair,
different
that's
level.
fair. Maybe that could be not an aspiration of his, but that's pretty cool. I mean,
Zach Fox, he out here
He
doing
doing
all
his own
types of
thing,
shit.
right?
Yeah, he's just vibing in the
yo,
world.
you know what I really love about like this era of the multifaceted creatives?
What is that?
Like, I mean, like just people who are like known for many lanes. Like you look at like, again, I would say like a Doechii as someone who is like, yeah, you rap, but there's also like talent in other things like acting, directing, like, you know, just people who kind of don't necessarily think that they can only be good at one thing,
Yeah.
but they can actually actively. Who else did it? Leon Thomas is a perfect example
actor, yeah.
of someone who is like multi-talented and not just limited to that one element of discipline, you know?
Right.
It's funny you say that because it's also a challenge of when do you really know if I should not pivot, but if I should indulge in this part of my creativity. Like that's got to be something to be an actor, or you could be doing anything, but you've been an actor on TV shows and now I'm gonna do the music, but I'm really gonna lean into the
Right,
music.
right.
Like,
And I'm also a songwriter.
yeah, like that's
Yeah.
confidence and also like risk taking. So it's like, is this the right move that I should do?
Right.
So shout outs to them, you know.
Or even Tyler Perry, he said something similar where it was like his way of going about it was, I'm just going to focus on making the best play. Like I might be a good director. I don't know if that's all the same thing the whole time. But the point is, like he said, I'm just going to focus on this one thing and try to make this as good as possible until I can, you know, break into movies, break into screenwriting. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
and
interesting.
I even think about like when Ahmad was on the pod and he was telling us like he would say like, who do you want to be at best at next? Like what is your focus and sustaining that? And so yeah, I think it's been cool to see like people evolve, but it's good to see people evolve and get better at one thing, but it's also dope to see people like him who has a little
A
bit
lot
in
of
every
everything.
pot,
Yeah, that's
but
definitely
it's still respected in each of those,
Right.
arcs. So I think that's super dope.
Those are the ones that really inspire me. People that are maybe doing like 50 million different things and all of them and all have different fan bases that show up for you in different places. Or like people that I only know you from Abbott Elementary and I support you. And I can be like, oh, he was a comedian. He does rapping.
I think Kiki Palmer's falling under that. Like where
Kiki Palmer's cool too.
Yeah, someone else like that. People would just, hey, you're in it. Like, how can we support? So
I don't know, because who's really checking for Kiki's new album? My bad.
Didn't even know. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
See,
but
she's an actress,
multi-talented, multifaceted.
We love her.
I had a big crush on Kiki Palmer when I was in 9th grade.
You like
really?
The
that was.
She did it for you?
I like the way she spelled.
Yeah, like it was just something about her for real.
No, when she True Jackson VP.
I think I was off about it.
I'm about to say, what era Kiki you got? Because
I
can give you
I
was like 13.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, like
it
13.
was the spelling. I was joking.
You know.
Hey, you gotta think for the intelligent ones. I love that.
Right. Like a smart and independent. Talking stuff. I mean, we all
can't keep no dummy around.
Hey, talk. Nah, I'm with it. Yeah, I ain't gonna go down my list. We gonna save that.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, nah, it's nothing crazy. You ain't have no kids crush? Like,
that's what we doing.
I was a Bow Wow,
yeah.
fiend.
Yeah.
It was bad.
You was Bow Weezy, straight from the Old Town. Yo, he made that sound so tough, yo.
Straight from the Old Town. Yeah, I wanted to go to Ohio so bad.
Hey, anybody that can put Ohio on the map.
No,
he's really doing it.
Shout outs to him.
Yeah, all right,
he did it before LeBron.
You gotta say somebody.
I think mine was Kyla Pratt for sure.
Okay.
I mean, now that's my age. Now we want to talk the Nia Longs of the world. Sure,
oh, yeah,
they've been there. Like
right.
everyone that you have on that mountain, yes.
Absolutely.
What we talking about?
We'll do it.
And would. But yeah.
Crazy.
As far as me, I mean,
nobody asked, but yeah.
That's her. Yo, all right, let's get into the topics.
No, I
don't got nothing to say. Let's get into the topics. What we got on the books?
People want to know.
Nah, it's cool.
You know you out here.
Hit me. I'm offline for real though. Like
really?
I really am.
How's that been?
It's been cool. And offline is interesting because of the way that I'm offline. Like I'm off of a guy named Cook because that's just like a history of work for me. Yeah. And I, even logging in that page, I'll be seeing stuff that I don't know if it align with me. I know you talked about how we can change who we follow, but I'm like, that's too much in itself. Like, I don't want to do that. So, I did make my Market Story page private, and I get to live life on that again. Like, I get to be my day-to-day self, that's dope. I follow no one on that page.
Oh, that's all.
So it is like, if you rock with me, you probably tuned in because you can still see the expansion of it. But beyond that, yeah, I just want to get low and stay on like the social. Like I really look at online like being outside, and I don't want to be outside with everybody all the time.
I feel that. So you're not scrolling or nothing.
I don't scroll as much. I do see my people because. Honestly, CTL and Networks page, when I go there, I at least see my creative friends. It's like, oh, they killing it out here.
What have you been doing instead? Like, have you seen that you had more time, or were you never like a social media person anymore?
I've been actually getting some more time outside.
Okay.
So there's
it has been beautiful outside.
It's for sure. And there's like a bike trail, like a 13-mile trail out where I'm at.
Gotcha.
And like halfway up is like a gorgeous scenic overlook that like no one really knows about. Okay. You can walk down to the water. So I'll just be thinking between that.
I'm sorry.
Thinking like I'm just like, dang, you gonna joke. nah. I bring my Bluetooth speaker with me. I bring my speaker with me, so I like vibe down there. I kind of like. Yeah, I do think because to be honest, there is a lot to keep this together, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we're building a network and sustaining it and scaling it, but also now trying to position it more into monetization. I gotta be like, okay, I can't see what other people are doing as much. Yeah. I don't want to get thrown off by it, or I don't want to get discouraged because accidentally went on LinkedIn and was like, oh, what am I doing with my life?
Oh,
what's going to happen?
Don't go on LinkedIn. Them niggas got everything together. They winning awards and shit. I'm like, okay, bitch. Congratulations.
I guess. Like
humanitarian of the fucking year at 29. Like, all right.
Yo, it is that. Like, I really have to, like, but then I also see some things that are like fragments of ideas that, like, I sparked and I'm like, I ain't even get. You know what? Let me
Yeah.
just get away with it. So I've been trying to protect my mental, honestly.
That's beautiful.
You know,
friend.
although who asked what you had going? Like you see my friends, yo. Like
This is the
they don't
reason.
What it's built into.
Look, mental health is real.
and would like to actually say though, May is Mental Health Month, so
There we
you
go.
know,
Don't laugh at your
do.
friends for thinking that.
Or at least let them finish
that.
first. Like at least
Don't
let them,
do that.
let them express it,
Yeah.
then laugh.
Aww.
You know, but but that's been a real piece, and then putting the pieces together of like network and branding. Man, we got a lot coming up, so I'm excited for real.
Yeah.
But,
Beautiful.
yeah.
I
But
just want
you know, speaking of mental health,
what? Pure green?
huh? Sure, double. Hey, your turn. Give your drop.
Hey, pure green. Drinking it.
Which flavor you get?
What is this?
Oh, we should
this is
we
pure
should try
greens.
it.
Yeah,
Try yours.
everybody.
It's crazy because Cook called me on the way down. He like, I'm at Pure Green getting the juice. What you want? I'm like, that's a very daunting question to ask because there's so many options.
It is. They do have a lot of juices.
So he told me his was the apple, pineapple, lemon, and
This is
ginger.
good.
I said that combo sounds amazing. And
Is
it
that
tastes
something
even better. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to Pure Green, DuPont Circle.
I love a little healthy shit, and this is some healthy shit. It
Nah,
has
for real.
kale, spinach, cucumber, celery, zucchini, and romaine with lemon and ginger. And you definitely taste the ginger, because I feel like we're getting older. You need to drink your green.
you got,
Y'all can't be eating Takis and shit. You 30 years old. You're 30.
you know, them dye colorings are getting banned.
It's
so it's
getting
telling you
banned.
something.
Come on
It's
now.
telling you something.
Come on,
Hey,
you
nah,
can't
for
eat Trader
sure.
Joe's meals for the rest of your life, bitch. Get you some pure green.
That's the drop.
I'm just saying.
Nah, for sure. I got like I said, the soul kick for us, and it's a good like wake up
Yeah.
kind of spark. But the pineapple don't make it too much. Like
No,
you said,
facts.
you get a little ginger in it. So yeah, shout outs to Pure Green and DuPont Circle down in DC. Tap in with my good people. Tell them CTLN sent you. Creatively speaking.
Absolutely.
Sure.
But speaking of collaboration though, I mean, since we can keep this rolling.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all see Asia Wilson had a shoe drop?
Yes.
But it's been going crazy. Her brand's been going crazy, and she has this commercial that's directed by Malia Obama.
Ah.
So we want to take a look real quick.
Sure.
This is adorable. Period. Yes, ma'am. Ah, that's cute. This is so cute.
Hey.
Period.
No,
Did she
that's tough.
retire?
Nah, she's still hooping.
I'm so confused.
Top of her game.
the
Who did
best.
retire?
Oh,
Recently,
Candace Parker.
yeah.
Maybe that's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
okay, go ahead.
And yeah. But first and foremost, that commercial was great.
So cute.
I love us.
It's
What
so
right?
cute.
I love
What
us.
what stood out from you? I can speak for myself. Like from a culture aspect, of course, the song,
Uh-huh.
the Miss Mary Mac, like that was brilliant play on the
Mhm.
words and executing that. But just the different dynamics, like the two little girls in church still playing and grandma
Mhm.
yelling, like it took some core memories in
very
there. And
cute.
shout outs to Dawn Staley. I saw that she pulled up in her commercial
Exactly.
too. But
Did.
For sure.
what's some other things y'all picked up from that one?
I just think it's so cute, and I love that Black girls have professional athletes to look up to.
Mhm.
I know I did, and maybe I did. I just was never into basketball, but they definitely made this attractive to little girls. I think it's so cute. Very
No,
pink shoe.
I think I got a lot of things
Top.
about this. So first, Nike, in my opinion, has been dropping the ball on their rollouts, their products. It just hasn't been good. So this was very refreshing to see this, and I'm curious how much impact or how much input Asia Wilson had on this entire rollout, because they said Malia Obama was the director of it, but it feel like it really spoke to who Asia Wilson was as a child growing up.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a collaboration, it's partnership, but you really let her dictate and really talk to Malia, and they really brainstorm things that will reflect who she
Mhm.
was. And when you think about products and who they speak to and who they're marketed to, if you can see in the commercial, it was pretty much all black girls. It was a white guy that was playing basketball with a black guy, but it was very niche. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
And on top of that, it didn't really show the shoe that
It didn't.
closely.
It
So
didn't.
it's really you're buying into the entire feel, not really
Mhm.
the product. But the shoe isn't bad. The shoe looks good.
Yeah.
So even if it's just on the shelves and you've never seen that commercial before, you're not a black, young black child. I feel like people are still going to buy the product because it's a nice product. That just adds extra to the people that you want to market to. And I think they did a great job of
Mhm.
executing that. And I think it also just shows where we are in the creative industry of really diving in and trusting whoever your partner is. So like it's Nike, but it feels like they took the handcuffs off and just let her cook.
Yeah.
I recently just watched an interview with Joe Fresh Goods, and
Love him.
damn, I forgot her name from Complex. And I wish I didn't because I like giving creatives their shout outs. But they were just talking about his collaborations with New Balance, and
Mhm.
he just hit his 5-year anniversary with them doing shoes. And the same thing they were talking about in terms of like why he signed with them compared to his previous deals was he had like free reign to do what he really wanted to do, that really dug into who he was as a creative, where he come from Chicago and the Midwest. And I think seeing that conversation and then this commercial coming up, it just confirms where we are in society. And like, I'm not sure how much these people are getting paid, how much Asia Wilson's getting paid for this deal, but these companies need to be thanking these people
Yo.
because it's real.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
so cookie cutter. It doesn't look corporate. It looks genuine, and they smoked that. They smoked that.
Yo,
Agreed.
first and foremost, glad Law's back.
Hey,
Look at this. Look what happens, right? You know what I mean? Get my man back. Now we got a good ISO, you know. But yeah, no. I mean, what it boils down to me is, again, you want to like important storytelling, right?
Mhm.
You want to tell your story. Somebody's trying to sell your story. But make sure whoever's selling your story, one, knows your story and values your story.
Yeah.
And I think that they showed that there was knowledge of Asia Wilson and her growth, even down to like, again, the beads with the name in the beads, like having
Yep.
Asia in the beads, you know, like they know her and they know the value of her story. Like your story impacts men, women, boys, girls. Like you have these various dynamics. You have like, again, you have like what you're looking at with Dawn, where you have like just the local, you know, hero, but hey, like mom and pop store, she just gets something to eat, and it's all a part of
Yep.
this culture, right?
Mhm.
And I think that nowadays we're really starting to see that there is actual KPIs on culture.
Mhm.
Like there has always been people like always taxed it and looked at it from afar, but we're starting to really see the expansion of it to the creatives that are part of the process. And to your point, yeah, the shoe was in there a couple times, like you might have seen it on the stomp and all that,
Right.
but they're selling an ecosystem of the energy and what it's like to be authentically a part of that. And what it really stems from is the nucleus of Asia Wilson. So I thought this was a fire commercial. I don't have no Asias on the way. I mean, I definitely would cop a pair, you know, Asia. If you would like to send some to
That
the
would be
cash, y'all
nice.
saw what we just did with Pure Green, right? This
No,
could be
facts.
your shoe.
Exactly.
But go ahead.
But I was saying, I also think it's dope because with that, it's just like black culture, and I think men are gonna wear her shoes hooping. You know what I mean? Like I understand women's sizes. It gets to a point where a man's
It's
size
just-
doesn't
it's
fit.
not
Yeah,
possible.
it's not possible. But I can see a lot of men wearing her shoe just to support the culture and support what she has going on.
Hey, I know who better.
He already been wearing them, so we know.
Yeah, for sure. For
They-
sure.
It's
So-
basketball culture. So
Yeah,
she
yeah,
dating somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam Adebayo from Miami.
Okay.
So
Love a little
he-
basketball couple.
Yeah. He's been wearing them probably honestly the whole season, I would think.
That's cute.
But I can just see a lot of people, a lot of NBA players supporting her and playing it, and wearing them as well. And I think it dives even deeper away from Nike, but supporting the WNBA as well. That's been a big thing.
I mean, honestly, and I think that's another great kind of direction of conversation because WNBA season's starting up now. We're actually getting back to it. And what like the brand of the WNBA is probably the hottest that it's ever been in terms
Yeah.
of marketability and what's taking place. They just had the expansion of the Golden State Valkyries.
Valkyries. Yep.
And so like when you talk about like moving into the season, this pivotal thing, there has been you get the Caitlin Clarks that are having their push, but the legends like Asia need to be again. Hey, there's a difference here. There's history. There's years of putting in this work, and there's a talent that still hasn't been surpassed. So I think it's really dope, and I think the timing of it's great. To your point, I know Nike hasn't like in terms of shoe drops. Honestly, like they haven't really done much. I think Jordan Brand has done better this year if we're doing comparisons of like, because they at least had like the Love Hurts with Jalen and then the Saquon thing. And
well, I guess my question is, what are y'all comparing it to? Because I feel like between the Super Bowl ads, the Philly ads, I feel like the ads have been popping. Are you talking about like historically they haven't?
I mean, just like a product itself.
Yeah.
Like they haven't pushed like, I guess they really haven't pushed like a sneaker drop in a while.
Yeah, in my opinion, I'm talking about product, but also creative as well.
I feel like they're trying to get it together. I've seen a lot of blackness. They did
but I think it's just like it's getting stale. It's getting very stale, and this was very refreshing coming from them. And just the operations standpoint as well. When you do release shoes, and a lot of shoes that they are releasing are retros, they're just throwing out everything and seeing what sticks.
Gotcha.
It's like no type
direction.
of
They probably
direction or
need
strategy.
some new leadership.
Yeah, that might be the case. They just got a new, I don't know if it's CEO. One of the top dogs just actually became, was hired in October or November.
Okay, so I think that's maybe will reflect the change that we're seeing
in the middle of the overhaul. So for sure,
I like it. All
definitely,
right,
definitely.
Well, look,
shout out to Asia Wilson. Shout out to Nike.
I do want to shout out Cam Hicks when y'all were talking about creatives working alongside sneaker companies. He has a deal with Reebok, and he's like, he went to ODU. Shout out to ODU, but he's also in the same circles as Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
And Zach Fox actually had on some of his merch in one of those episodes. But he put out, I would say, like a short segment talking about that. He was going into the Reebok's headquarters, and they were running like a creative circle. What is that? Something like a focus group, where they call in creators and kind of pick their brains. And he just went off on the people. It's a really dope short. I would probably put it in the caption. Yeah, but it was basically painting the picture of how like creatives are being asked into these circles just to be like picked apart for their ideas and then thrown out. Yeah. So the Joe Fresh Goods, So Joe Fresh Goods is one of those people, and I think Cam Hicks is a new creative too that's kind of shaking up the space and also calling out, but also while calling out the companies, also collaborating and partnering and saying like, all right, let's do this differently and actually do it the right way.
No, that's a good call out. And honestly, you talk about, I think I sent it to the group, but your boy Anwar by Karis by Anwar, he still like with
the run never ended.
Like I mean, at this point, like if you missed him at Walmart, catch him up the street. Like buddy is not stopped yet. But real. I think this actual era of the creatives who stop playing with us. Like we know that y'all selling this for twice the amount, right?
Yeah, or you stole this idea from my homeboy that's been doing this for 3 years already. Yeah.
You might as well bring us in the conversation, save the money, save the publicity, actually put us on payroll instead of just grandfather in somebody that you know what I mean? We're not gonna go down that path, but again, there's so many things that can be changed, and I think that this now you're starting to see the landscape really form online and offline.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
So, all right, dope. Hey man, look at you bodied that.
No, that was fine.
So what's next on the agenda was last episode you and I spoke about the press run of Sinners. We were supposed to check it out.
One of us actually went and executed so that we could come together and discuss that. And then one of us has spent 3 weeks by the creek and didn't go down to the theater to go support. You're welcome. But we need to hold my brother accountable. He knows a black man put a movie in the theaters, yet he didn't go spend his $18.95 to go support the band. So go ahead and tell the people.
Or $7 to $10 on Tuesdays.
If you want to get the Tuesday, shout out to the Alamo Draft House down at the DC. and the Crystal City.
So we're here. So first and foremost, one of us went back to watch Black Mirror that we actually spoke about on last episode.
Oh yeah,
that I was supposed to go watch. But so that did happen. Second, the other one was planning to go to the movie, and I hit a friend of mine who was like, "Oh yeah, I want to catch it with you."
Oh, so you can't see nothing without your counterpart, is what you're saying? You
First
can't
off,
move on your own, is what you're
I'm a
saying.
grown man.
First, you looking for pleasure.
You can go
Business
see
first.
it twice. It ain't nothing wrong with seeing it twice. You done waited 3 weeks.
Put the first one on the company card.
Like, what? This is crazy.
Well, I just told you we try to monetize. We not there yet.
God,
Try to take it there.
that's insane.
Oh man, yeah, that was my reason. It didn't work out the way I had it in my head. Honestly, I was
He's
supposed to
somewhere
get.
trying to take
Gonna get
somebody
that.
out.
Nah, it was agreed. All right, whatever. Man. Whatever. Everybody,
Shout out to her.
everybody and mama seen it. So, I mean, my 10 wasn't going to change the numbers.
Don't say that. Now that's what they say. That's why we can't
That's
get
what they want you
forward
to
now.
think.
That's why we can't
My
progress
brother.
as a unit. Cause you can't go do your part.
That's why Kamala not president.
Exactly.
Right?
Cause you didn't want to go down and vote.
I voted first off before this goes on a different tangent.
That's what we not about to say.
Clip it.
We not
Clip
changing. I'm the clipper.
You are the clipper.
But yeah, nah. So I did not. And I've been wanting to go see it. I actually was trying to go yesterday, but there was a family situation that changed up
Amen.
my plans. So it's on my list.
Is it no theater by the Waldorf or something? Is it?
Federal.
I'm sorry.
Throwing out locations like that's crazy.
I'm just curious as to why we haven't seen it. Anyway, what we're talking about here, friends, is Sinners, Ryan Coogler's box office hit smash that has been running in the box office for a couple weeks. It's called Sinners. If you've seen it, put it in the chat that you've seen it, and please tell go. Let this man go see it. But me and Law have seen it.
have seen
so
it.
we're going to give a little spill because the internet has
And for
already
me to
told
beat
everything.
Cook, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For me to beat
We're not
Cook
done.
is crazy.
We're not
But,
done.
hey.
Because this man be falling asleep.
Hey, not too much.
Sorry.
Not
I'm
too
sorry.
much. Not too much.
So we went to go see it, though. Did you
We did.
enjoy it?
I did. I did fall asleep, but
What
as
part
a
did you fall
caveat to
asleep
that,
on, Law?
I thought the beginning was very slow.
It is.
So I fell asleep, but it literally was only like 5 minutes. It was like 5
You
minutes.
just close your eyes a little bit.
Just a little bit. You get a little bit. You know, grab some
A little
popcorn. I was
shut
good.
eye. A little shut eye.
Yeah, just a little bit. So
Hey, hold on, wait. Last episode we gave our movie preferences and what we need in the movie. What's your what do you need? Like snacks, food? Like what's your movie thing?
A blanket.
I'm a food type of guy. So like, give me a cool meal. Like we don't have Center Bistro in Baltimore no more, but when they had it, that was like the place to go.
Okay.
Give me the meal I can eat. Give me a little drink too. But if I got to do just snacks, peanut M&Ms and just a little bit of popcorn. I'm not a big popcorn guy, but just a little bit.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm a popcorn girl. Popcorn and that's it. That's all I really need. Some water.
But I thought this movie was interesting for me to see because I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, fair.
So I didn't look at the trailer. I knew Ryan Coogler from Fruitvale Station. What else did he do?
You fell asleep, brother. You fell asleep.
There we
Yo,
go.
the fact that you keep falling asleep on Ryan Coogler movie.
You fell asleep, brother.
Just one.
It's
This one don't count. This was just a little
shut eye.
Yeah, a little shut eye.
The cat
Little extra. What's going on?
But I didn't know
mercy.
anything about it from like the trailer or anything.
So when the vampires came out, you was like, "What the fuck?" is
I
happening?
didn't know. I thought it was because I saw like photos and I thought it was like slavery, which it kind of was.
Adjacent.
But that wasn't the main joint of it. So when I saw the vampires, I'm like, oh, this is a little different. I really don't do horror movies either. You know what I
a
mean?
lot.
So,
And would you, as a non-horror movie person, would you say this was horror?
yes and no. It wasn't really scary.
Yeah, it was just bloody, right?
Yeah, just bloody. But when you think vampires, you think horror
But-
movie. So I think overall it was a good movie. It was I think for me to not have an unbiased opinion, I was kind of thrown off from it, but I did enjoy the plot. I enjoyed the subconscious, teachings and things to break down, which I still want to break down more, like to do like
so
deep
much
dives on
layers,
TikTok and things like that. But it just made you think a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And it's interesting because, even with my faith,
Amen.
to even talk to my girlfriend about it, she's in this prayer group and they were saying, don't see sinners. So she was
Christians.
she was telling, that's crazy.
Hey, don't put the camera on me. K Ligg said that.
So she was saying,
They don't want you to do shit. Like, you can't do shit. Go ahead.
so
I'm
she
sorry.
basically was
Harry
just
Potter all over again.
Damn.
So
It's a
before
movie.
she went, she was like, I don't feel led not to not see it. So she
Yeah.
didn't think it was that big of a deal. But I can understand.
Really?
Yes.
I
Okay.
mean, title alone.
I think it's the title choice. I think, and it could have been named something else, and maybe people wouldn't be so up in arms because I think it was a story about good and evil.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't. It was no religion was bad, no religion was good. Actually, religion and both sides of the religion actually came out as the good and helped people further the plot. But that's another story.
Right. So I think from that standpoint, I can see why, because the things that were, done, the rituals and stuff like that's just not something you want ingrained in your brain.
But the funny thing is, Black people, that's what our ancestors did.
But it's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it from that standpoint. You can look at it what's in the Bible. I get it. I get it from both standpoints from it. So I thought that was an interesting take just from what was said and what was heard. But I'm not a type person. It's a movie.
It's like, how can you tell people not to go see it and you haven't even went to go see it yourself?
That's my thing.
You don't even know what's going on.
I do have a bit of a, as someone who hasn't seen it and also someone who have heard people like, hey, just title like what like this doesn't feel good with my spirit. It's like, well, what about it, right? Like it's literally a
because
title.
it says sinners. I don't want to see it.
I mean,
I'm not going. Yeah.
But to that point though, I gotta think on the flip side of like a culprit, like they probably know like when we drop this
On
is
Easter
going to be the
weekend.
controversial pull, right? But that gets conversation.
Yeah.
And that gets you in the space of having, like, the thing is, I mean, especially something brand new. We're talking original script, original IP. You have to move people. And there is no bigger move than an actual
Pissing off
spiritual
Christians.
pull of, hey, pick a side. Like, and that's
I feel like
a pull to see it, not a pull of the experience. I don't know the pull of the experience. I'm just saying from the marketing and before I get to the theater and I even know what the plot's going on, that battle of, hey, am I going to see this?
I feel like it, as a person from the marketing standpoint, I feel like it might have been an afterthought. Like, okay, we're going to call us sinners. Somebody in the room is like, y'all really want to do that? And everybody's like, yeah, that shit fire. And then it's like, all right, bet. And like, I don't
think it's that
like,
quick?
I don't think it's like, y'all, we're going to piss off a lot of Christians. Because if you watch the film, it's not meant to piss off Christians.
But I think it is that study group of, yo, we have no other reference of this. This is brand new, right? All I can go off of is your title and your marketing. And the marketing did play on more of again, evil battle,
Good versus
right?
bad. Okay, but I'm not super religious, so I think I might not be the right person to stand on this hill because I think like I'm not. So then it'll be like, well, girl, that's why because you don't even think that way. Da, da, da.
Right.
So like, yeah, I'm not reading my Bible every night, and when I see sinners, I'm like, shit, that look lit. Sorry, I'm not deep in the word enough to be pissed off.
Right.
But we can talk about something else about it.
No, I think that's great.
Okay.
That's a good. Keep going.
Yeah. I was basically saying that was one standpoint from it, but this is just the life that I live in. We can't deny this. The race war, like
Good versus bad.
yeah, you just back then.
I'm sorry, racists are nothing. My
Just-
bad. Racism is bad. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, there's good people on both sides.
Right.
But just the standpoint of just like you said, the race war and trusting white people and the time era that it was in, like you become bamboozled. They sell something to you and coming to take it back of what they already sold to you, knowing that it was tainted and all that all that stuff. So I think it's one of those things where that's always in the back of your mind, and I think Ryan Coogler, I think he did a great job of bringing that to a forefront in a creative way.
That isn't so blatant.
Right.
And that's what I loved about the film in general. It wasn't like assuming that your audience is dumb. I feel like any movie that is going to at least strike my interest are films that are very thoughtful and intentional.
Right.
And I feel like Ryan Coogler used the screen. He didn't have to tell you every single thing that's going on. I feel like a lot of times with these Netflix movies and a lot of times with these streaming movies, because we're doing something called second screening where we're not even really watching the film, they have to tell us verbally over and over again what's happening. And I feel like we're losing cinematography and the taste of film because people are being spoon-fed things.
No,
and I
facts.
love when I can go to the theater and something is refreshing and knows that I'm smart and knows that I'm paying attention.
Exactly.
And yeah, it was beautiful in that way. So anything like that is like recharging me.
And even like the details of the I forgot her name, but
Which one?
Smoke or Stack's girl, the white the
So
hat.
Stack had the white girl.
Yes, so
Yes.
Stack's the white girl.
I didn't think her name, Lloyd.
I
Go
know,
ahead. I'm sorry.
because she was half.
She was mulatto.
Yeah, there you go, mulatto. And just the fact of her being the one to go outside to talk to
Right.
the white people,
Because
it's
she
like
could bridge that gap.
exactly she could bridge that gap. But having her as the bridge between, because she was half black, half white, it was like, which side are you gonna play? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, damn if you do, damn if you don't. She ended up becoming a vampire from going out and doing that. So even the acting from
everybody did so good.
Yeah, it was just
so good.
the,
Michael B. Jordan, I swear, Ryan Coogler can get something out of Michael B. Jordan that nobody else can. Because I swear,
exactly.
he be struggling any other time. But as soon as he get with him.
And to see the progression from Fruitvale, Black Panther. Who was in that one? Black Panther.
Lord have mercy.
But I think this one for Sinners was the most creative type aspect. Come on, man. You got him playing two people,
and I believed it.
It's like, all right, bro. You got me. Like, come on now. It
was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
Sinners was really, really good. If you haven't seen it, I'm trying to go see it again.
Don't come with me.
Talk about you want to go. He ain't gonna go. No, I'm definitely going. Definitely going. You have to see it. Honestly,
I mean,
it's gonna be a streaming by the time you get to it.
First off, I am going.
I was gonna say, what's your thoughts on I always think, are we gonna get to a time where it's like, damn, the movies is back? Like,
are you saying are we there yet?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think this was not that this is the movie to make it happen, but like I think people are very in tune to go to the theaters.
This shows me that it's possible.
Yeah.
Like when you have a good product with a good marketing team, with a good storyline, and dope creative people saying this is why you should do it, and also having the tie-in of the public.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of it, like even if you go do that, if the public isn't also supporting you and saying, yes, I agree, putting that stamp on it, making the TikToks, making the breakdowns, then in this day and age, it's going to be a flop.
Got you.
Now, when we have Marvel putting out shit every other day, I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I do hope, because I have a passion for the movies in the theater.
And also, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, what was the last movie you saw before this in the theater?
Oh,
one of them days.
Was it a good day? One of them days?
No, I go to the movies all the time, but what the fuck? See, I can't even remember what it was. But yeah, one of them days I went to go see it in the theater, and I feel like something else, but no.
Basically, what I was going to say was, I don't go to the movies that
So
often.
it's a treat when you go. It's intentional.
But the last movie I saw was one of them days, which was back in January, and they had the preview for this movie there, but I was getting popcorn or something, so I didn't actually see the preview. But Kristen, she was there, she saw it, and she said she wants to see the movie. But I just thought it was cool that it was basically 4 months of trailers and lead up to it.
Yeah. Because they dropped it. Yeah, they dropped that trailer a long time
which I thought was cool, because it gives the lead up of something that's coming, and it wasn't like a rush. Because I feel like that 2020 to 2024, maybe 2024 era, man, a movie would come out and it would be in the theater for 2 weeks, and you wouldn't even
gone.
And you wouldn't even get a lead up to it. So I thought it just reminded me of classic feel, and I say classic like before 2020. You know what I mean? So.
No, that's a good point.
I went to go see Captain America. That's what I went to go see. Brave New World. After I just talked shit about Marvel, but yeah, I went to go see that.
Well, and also that does remind me, because I know they had the one movie out right now, which is cool. But on June 24th, they're releasing the Ironheart movie of Marvel, which is directed by Ryan Coogler. And it's
Is it coming to theaters?
I'm trying to see if it's a theater. No. All
no,
right, this is going to be
Plus, right?
this is going to be Disney Plus. So,
gotcha.
Ironheart is scheduled to premiere on Disney Plus June 24th, which is a series, 6 episodes, and it's pretty much, if y'all saw the second Black Panther, the girl who was pretty much becomes Iron Man. The black girl becomes Iron Man.
I feel like they're gonna start promoting, just using the back end of Sinner's hype, because he was at the Met Gala, so I'm like, oh, he's still outside. So that makes sense.
You gotta make a run.
He's still outside.
But to your point, I think that we are closer to theaters being back. I think that this is a good time for theaters to start thinking of, maybe some hey, branded partnerships or like influencer like moments to bring community to their space. Like, okay, people are comfortable coming back outside. Go ahead.
I feel like it has to be organic. You saw that with the Minecraft movie. I feel like the kids really started, what is it? I don't even know what it is. Chicken Jockey. And theaters were going crazy about that, and then everybody wanted to see the movie, and now that's like the number one movie in America right now.
Gotcha.
So I think it has to be an organic push as well as an intentional one, but I feel like when you see a lot of these intentional partnerships, they flop. But go ahead.
Fair. I mean, I think it's on who you loop in because to your point though, or not even to your point. I mean, what I was thinking first about Sinners was one. I like that it was a draw that didn't have much for people to like come off of. Like when we went to Black Panther, how there was like a thing about like just being there, right? But this one, it seemed like people came out of the movie with more of a let's talk about this some more, which I think is a good draw.
Yeah.
So I think it is storytelling, but I think it's going to be. I think it just proves that there is space for it again. Like we are, like the doors are open. We are back outside. People will pop out. It's just you got to make it worth it for people.
So I was about to say, it really just depends. The product just gotta be good. Cause we used to go to the movies, even if we still going to the movies if it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
I mean, because the movies was the move.
Yeah. Right,
like,
yeah.
like nowadays, like people ain't even
We can
leaving
do
their
something
crib.
else.
Yeah.
We can do
Like,
something else.
I mean, they try and do brunch at high school. Like, like, come on, y'all,
Yeah.
go to the mall, kick it, like, do something regular.
Right.
No,
Y'all
facts.
going too hard, but yeah, I think it's trending in that direction though for sure.
Yeah, definitely interesting. It was a good experience.
I love that.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was good.
I mean, y'all, any thoughts closing out Sinners?
I'm gonna go see it again. Yay.
I gotta see it. Maybe we should watch it
Yeah, I
third
think
time.
one thing that I did. So we came maybe 5 minutes late. Did anything happen like at the very beginning? Before.
Well, what part did you
So
start
we
on?
started off when they were in the church barn.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay, cool.
They had a beginning, the opening scene where they repeated
Oh.
it. They repeated the line about like through all cultures, there's like a person who
Mhm.
music
Oh, okay.
can attract the living and the dead.
Oh,
That's right. They
Okay.
prequeled
We
and
gotta
set the
get him a
stage.
mic.
We really do.
Right.
Thank you, Lou. But yeah, they set the stage for what his character was when that he could bridge the gap with his voice and things
gotcha.
like that. So they kind of put in the tribal elements where
Okay.
Africa, Irish have the same element,
So it makes
which
sense.
is
Oh,
really
I
cool.
do gotta see this movie. I really gotta see this movie.
come on. Moving on.
Like I didn't just tell this nigga this 3 weeks
Now
ago.
you convinced.
I
Oh,
really do need to go.
You should have said
I
that.
should go see.
That's a good idea.
Jesus Christ.
Jerk.
In that movie, that was fire.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I don't know. I haven't seen someone. I don't want to spoil anything. but
No.
I haven't seen.
This is a spoiler episode.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen them utilize or movies utilize the aspect of like the money that was only available.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really interesting detail.
It was a lot of interesting
We
details.
gotta
in
get
that
him a
film.
mic because
We do.
audio listeners are probably like, what
Can
are
y'all
they
hear
quiet
this?
for?
They
Nah.
probably can hear a little. Yeah.
Oh, you can hear? Oh, go ahead,
I
Lou.
don't know, but the only thing also is like I saw it on IMAX twice. Those wide shots when they were driving through the cotton field.
Did you know that they were gonna cut that?
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Which is crazy because
I'm gonna run it back for you,
that
Law.
shit was so interesting to me because like obviously terrible things happen in those fields, but they're also
Beauty.
really beautiful. And,
Gotcha.
you have
Mhm.
the sauce, like my ancestors were definitely doing some shit there.
Yeah.
And maybe they would have also felt like a somewhat peace looking out into the sunset at
That's
some point, you know
beautiful.
what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
There's a lot into that movie.
That scene, damn, it's been a minute. Y'all, I've been doing a lot, but the scene where Delta Slim is driving in the car after they come pick him up from the train station, and he's like, he saw his homeboys that got locked up, and they're on the cotton field, and he was telling the story of how they ended up there, and he got emotional, and he started hitting his knee and singing. That was improv.
Oh, for real?
That was improv. That was
Wow.
not in the scene,
So they was in
and
they bag.
yeah, and it was longer.
Oh, wow.
That was the most moving scene for me out of the whole film. And to hear that it was longer and he was about to cut it. Like in the
Wow.
first screening, Ryan cut it because the movie was long.
Uh-huh.
And he pulled him aside. Delroy Lindo? Delroy Lindo.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to him. Crooklyn artist.
about to say
Yeah, he was in
Crooklyn,
Crooklyn. Yeah, and he said you have to put it in because it
Wow.
kind of is his arc. Like I love Delta Slim as a character. He's like my uncle. Like I feel
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
know that black man, and to hear that they were about to cut it, like it would have destroyed his arc, or he would have just been the drunk man in the movie. And he was so much more than that.
No,
so
facts.
yeah,
And it was just it just gave back to like our culture and like
Mm-hmm.
what we do. Even like when they started the juke and they were singing and dancing, I'm like,
Just the joy.
we
yeah.
really used to get down.
Yes.
Like, come on,
After
yo.
working all day in them
Yeah,
fields,
like-
like, I'm just trying to vibe with my shorty
Come on,
and
now.
spend this wooden nickel I earned on a good beer.
You feel me?
Damn. Yeah, and he also Ryan Coogler's interview with the Breakfast Club, he
Mhm.
talked about the first time he ever seen cotton fields to Lose Point, and he said his driver pulled over, and he just like, that's where he got the inspiration
Wow.
to make the movie,
That's crazy.
and also tie in like music.
Mhm.
And the Breakfast Club interview was really, really good. I think we talked about
We
that
said, we
on the
it
no,
was
maybe I
good?
talked about it with
No, we
something
did.
else.
We did talk
The
about
press
it.
We
last
did?
time.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was
Yeah.
talking about the press run. His interview with Breakfast Club was actually really good.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Surprising.
That's the problem, though. I heard the clips and I was like, I started to listen to it, and when I saw it, I was like, all right, I'm not going further in this interview.
It's fine. You have not seen the movie.
All right.
So-
Nah, man. Nah, she right. 100%. And this is what happens when you show up to class without doing your work, and,
You can't
and your friends can
participate.
go outside to recess, and
can't
now you gotta stay
participate.
inside. Like, I was never good at turning in my homework on time. So, life stories, man. We grow to be who we are. With that, well, I guess honestly, y'all bodied this.
Thanks, appreciate
anything else? Anything else that y'all got coming up, or closing with resources? I guess.
This is the part of the episode where we share something with you that you can take
Yeah.
out into your life and live creatively. I'll start. I would like to share Vistaprint, which is something I use for my stationery business, but also I feel like it's a super cool way to brand yourself. I went to Co-work and Connect with Black Girls Do a few weeks back, and she had these super cute stickers and flyers sharing about her business. So, and you can get anything from t-shirts to business cards, to stationery, to cups, like any way that you can brand yourself and you want some merch that is affordable for you, I would say check out Vistaprint.
I like that.
Yeah,
and
you're
shout out to Black
welcome.
Girls Do. I actually heard
Good things
Leah
about them?
J on the radio
That's shout out.
yesterday. So
That's lit.
it's crazy when you just hear the homies, you know. So that's dope.
That is dope.
I'll go next. My resource it's a resource, but advocating for NEA, which is the National Endowment for the Arts.
Money.
Funding is getting cut left and right.
Unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, I don't even like talking about it, but we really have to like advocate for what we want and what we need, because the government and I don't even know the number. He's just
I don't even know the
anything
number.
that has to do with creativity with the arts. It's just getting the boot, and so many things are happening with funding. I know in Baltimore, Arts Every Day is an organization that provides art resources for the Baltimore City schools. I did a mural through them in 2023, which was funded through them, which came from the National Endowment for the Arts. Their funding is getting cut. Luckily, they've used basically all their funding for this year, so it's not affecting them for this fiscal year. But I mean, there's
God
more
only knows
years
what
to
happens
come.
next year,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, please reach out to your councilman, your senator, your representative, to just put more noise towards it. And I know it's other things that probably are being cut as well, and just the transition that we're going to. But this is my world, and I gotta speak on it. So definitely, just type in NEA, National Endowment for the Arts, and so many resources will come up for you to have a voice, to try to save the funding or try to reallocate things that are to come in the future. So,
I love that law.
yeah.
I'm thinking about my friend who works for the museums, and she was sharing
Yep.
how she had to let go of a lot of people, and also like the free museums that we enjoy here in the DC area is not normal for everyone. So I think about how art and creativity is really being attacked in this space. So
It's crazy.
do what we can, y'all.
I don't even want to follow.
I know you don't.
Nah. So for mine this week, I mentioned on the pod, or not mentioned on the pod. We talking recently about like, hey, editing the podcast and different tools. And I was using CapCut, but kept running into an issue of exporting audio only. Wasn't able to do it. And so I actually downloaded Final Cut Pro for the iPad. Final Cut Pro actually allows you to separate audio from video, but you can also do multi-view camera shots and edit. So I'm going to give this next episode a try on editing completely on Final Cut Pro, but just having another resource of extracting audio so that way we can upload to all the podcast stations, because not being able to upload your podcast is kind of trash.
Absolutely.
So Final Cut Pro will be the one. And this week as this episode's coming out, is Social Media Week.
Yay.
And in recognition of Social Media Week, CTLN, we are tapping back in with our family that we connected with for collaboration over competition. So throughout this week, you will actually be seeing takeovers on our IG page from some of the creators we connected with. Some that's been confirmed so far has been Steph Sutton is actually going to be taking over for one of her days down in her Bright Sparks conversation. She's going to take over for that day and show you what you got going on. And then Bree from Black Ass Flea Market next Friday, she plans to take over as they're leading into their birthday week celebration. So just like, again, you're going to see what these creators can do in real time through the channel and support. So I'm excited. I'm trying to reach out to a few more people from collaboration over competition because we've already, worked with them to some capacity and just see what they got going on and, if they don't mind showing the community what it means to be a creative in their field.
That's fire. Definitely.
Yeah, but with that said, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, group chat, to another episode of Creatively Speaking. We, as always, if you could, subscribe, follow us on all channels at CTLN_network, and support Creatively Speaking. Till next time.
Peace.
Bye. Pictures.
All right.
Yes.